well. Hello and welcome to May 4th, right? May the 4th be with you. That's what the Star Wars fans say, right? Alright, so today's is actually going to be quick. So I'm going to be shifting over to basically just doing like the I Ching. And so I'm going to pull three cards. The center card is going to be the sort of like area of focus. And I'm also like changing up how I shuffle because I realized a few things. So I'll just like do two or three of these before, because then it'll give the cards a chance to like really mix, you know what I mean? Anyway, so the middle one is going to be sort of the situation at hand, and then the outside two are going to be insights, perspectives, whatever. And then I'm going to read the I Ching around the outer two. And then that'll be it. So hopefully this will be like 15 minutes at the most, right? Alright, let's get started. So for today, May 4th, 2020, and YouTube has been doing like weird stuff. Like I uploaded that video so early yesterday, but I didn't realize that it didn't like publish or something. It was saved as a draft. I was like, I didn't even know they did drafts. And then the live I did yesterday, like it said it just finished processing like 2 hours ago. Oh, we got the outlaw. Outlaw, there's that hangman. And last night was or yesterday. Oh, there we go. New World Order. I'm only gonna take the ones that kind of sort of I'll take these three. I'm not trying to make this too long. I thought I saw another one that flipped. Nope. Okay. It ended up interesting, right? For me. But there we go. Oh, that's like two. I'll take this one because I saw it. The Reaper. So we got three majors. Great. Bottom of the deck. The Force. Great. Okay. Well, so I have the Outlaw, New World Order, and the Reaper, which is the Hangman, the World, and Death. So, I didn't do the I Ching last night. Around, wait, was I supposed to? I don't think so. I thought I was gonna do it, but I didn't end up doing it. Yeah, around the Fool and something else. Oh well, it's fine. So when it comes to this New World Order, we have this Hangman and we have Death. And so I feel like we're going to be in the process of kind of sort of shifting into it. I know I've been like, I'll have these weird moments throughout the day sometimes where I'm just like, I don't know if it's like dissociating, or I'm just kind of like, what is happening? Like, what is actually going on in my life? And not even like what's happening in the world, like at large, just like in my life. Like, almost these moments of it being like a dream, you know? But like, I know I'm not dreaming. But that's the kind of sort of like disconnected feeling. Maybe I need to like, because I've been going outside. Actually, I've been kind of sort of like slacking on going outside. And when I do go outside, sometimes I just sit on the porch, and we don't get much sunlight on the porch. So maybe I will go sit under the sun again, because maybe that was helping ground me in some way or something. I don't know. Excuse me. I feel like the things that need to change and be transformed are being highlighted to us in these moments of stillness, with this outlaw and this hangman when it comes to the New World Order. And New World Order after Apocalypse is all about re-stabilizing, and it's about finding the new normal, creating the new normal, right? Because this is a new world order after apocalypse, like after everything falls apart, Oh my gosh. It's like after everything falls apart, then how do we move forward and what does moving forward look like? Where do we want to be? This is a space of decision, but like, because the Lovers came out yesterday, and that all about, no, and the Venus RX is coming, Venus retrograde is coming video. The Lovers came out, and that was like a great choice that can affect us for many years, if not until the end of our days. And sorry, I just got distracted. Mentally playing things in my head. But this is about kind of sort of the choices that we make now, but not even the choices necessarily, because this is more of a way of being and a way of doing things, right? The choices, the Lovers, the actual outcome, product, decision, mode of being, the way things run and operate. That's this New World Order. And I was getting out the shower, or was I getting into the shower? No, I was stepping out of the shower. And like, it's time to do and see and be who you are popped into my head. But it used to be this thing I would just like randomly sing sometimes. I'd just be like, it's time to see, it's time to do and see and be who you are. Or what you are. Who you are or what you are. Right? It's kind of sort of interchangeable. And so it's time to do and see and be who we are. Clarifying this New World Order, the Discerning One, Two of Wands, the Chancellor, Justice, and the Four of Cups, the Hollow Void. The Discerning One, which I guess is about crossroads. Let me stop. The Chancellor, which is justice, and the Four of Cups, Hollow Void. I kind of sort of like this because I'm gonna take the picture real quick, and I'm gonna try to speed this up a little bit as well, because like I said, this isn't gonna be a full-length video because I need to get busy on things that I need to get busy on, because I finally settled on a direction. One second. What? Why is this doing this? Why are you doing this? Oh wait, why am I doing this? There we go. It's like I've settled on a direction. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped my phone. Last night, a bunch of things kind of sort of came into play. And there's a lot of these kind of sort of like little mini realizations and little mini milestones that I've been reaching, and little things that have been kind of sort of coming together and being pieced together to create this bigger picture. And it's I don't necessarily have to talk about me because this will make it longer, but I think I'm feeling into the direction that I'm being called to go. And at first, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Another reason why I like recording readings, and when I say recording, like I have a journal app, and so I have a dream section, I have a reading section, and then I have like a journal section, right? And I reread one of the readings last night because I was feeling a little lost-ish, and I can't find my dice, so they're gone. Well, they're in here somewhere, but I just didn't put them anywhere where I would find them, and then I probably absent-mindedly did something with them. But I was like, well, let me go back to that one reading I did. And it's so funny because the ancestors were a part of that reading. And I read it back, and I was like, wow, the ancestors kind of sort of clapped first, because I don't know what video that was. It was some live. I don't know what live that was, where I was talking about the ancestors and the angels, and how, you know, the ancestors being the collective group of our forefathers and foremothers, and then the angels being, you know, the angels. I was like, well, you know, they were human too, the ancestors, so blah blah blah, and then I read it back and I was like, oop, realized that the ancestors fought first. And there were a few things that kind of sort of didn't make sense until I reread it last night. But I took that and I did some more and pulled some more cards, and I kind of sort of cleared it up for myself. And so there's a lot that I'm going to be doing, but again, this isn't about me. This is about. Oh, okay. So extrapolating from that, it's all about with this hangman, with the outlaw and the reaper. And this is like guided um, excision, right? Cutting. It's like we're being shown what to transform with this outlaw, and then we're actually doing it with that reaper. And this outlaw brings the moment of pause, brings the moment of deep reflection, brings the things that kind of sort of like the things that weigh us down and the things that tie us, the things that hold us back, the things that weigh us down and the things that hold us back. Because the hangman, the outlaw, is generally like tied by his foot, right? And so this reaper is coming to sort of cut him free, but this reaper isn't going to cut him free until he learns its lesson. It's not a form of punishment, but it's almost a form of punishment where it's like, okay, I'll come and set you free when you learn your lesson, but what we're actually doing is setting ourselves free, right? That's why this outlaw is sort of showing and eliminating to us where this transformation needs to happen and take place in order for us to exist and create this new world. New world clarified again by the discerning one, the chancellor, and the hollow void. And I feel like with this chancellor, this is almost kind of sort of a decision for us to create justice within our own lives. And we can either make the hard choices and go in the direction that we want with this discerning one, or we can kind of sort of stay stuck wishing and wanting and hoping and waiting in the hollow void. And that's basically what I said yesterday. So now I'm going to I Ching around the outlaw and the reaper. I just noticed that that's 12 and 13, which is really interesting. We have 12, 21, and then 13. And then 11 is right here. So 11, 12, 13. And they form this little triangle. The downward pointing triangle is symbolic of the element of water, and therefore feminine energy, which is all about receiving, being receptive, and creating from the inside out. Right. Okay. Alright, lovely. So, let's do this. Is either one of these double? The outlaw is water and the reaper is wind. The chancellor is double. Okay. So we have wind over water. Ooh, that's like a autumny, like chill breeze. I love it. I've never been to a lake, but it's like when you go to the lake and it's like a little windy, so you get that like, lake wind. Like I said, I've never been to a lake, okay? So number 59, make waves. I love this. Which is exactly that. It's time to do and see and be who you are. It's time to make waves. Boom, 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 boom. This is gonna be like the first truly daily bite, like bite. And I actually had an idea to do this a while ago, but I guess the time wasn't yet. So this is Juan, and it says this is making waves and dispersal. Okay, here we go. It says make offerings to the divine and build temples to show your devotion. A king must align with divinity to maintain the kingdom. A very important task is at hand, and to make waves, you will be the driver of the forces. Where there is disagreement, you can bring unity by conceiving of a new idea and announcing an innovative proclamation that does not include any of the old ideas from current parties. That way, neither party feels favored or disfavored. The announcement can serve as a rallying cry for harmony. The next course of action for the matter at hand is your chosen action. Thoughts beget movement. I love that because that's kind of sort of exactly what I was talking about, and that's why I love the I Ching. Right? And that's why this is like a new world order, right? That's why, like I said, it's coming after the apocalypse. So the things of old cannot stand. It's time for something brand new. It's time to make that royal decree, to make that innovative proclamation, and it's time to put action into it. and not just make the proclamation and then like don't really do anything, or you make the proclamation and it's like, excuse me, you're rallying the troops with this rousing speech, but then when it comes time for you to do like some work and do some action, then it's like you're not sort of putting in the amount of effort sort of required. It's like you may be doing something, but you're not doing enough. And sometimes it just be straight up blunt like that. I kind of wish I would have taken a picture like this, but it's fine. And so, yeah, that's where I'm going to leave this. I feel like I don't have to go too much further into this. Like, I can give you a few different ways that this applies, but the energy is the energy, and the areas of life may play out in different ways, but um, it is what it is, right? Venus retrogrades tomorrow, so have fun with that, everyone. Have a good whatever whenever you see this, and I'm so excited that this was less than 20 minutes.